everyone, it's Nana, and I am wearing like a very silly hat right now. I guess I just needed some silliness for this video because, oh boy, 2025 has been just very terrible. It has been a terrible year, and I have said that in past channel updates as well. Unfortunately, I really wish that I could just sit down to record a channel update and everything that I've planned to say on the channel update happened on the month that I've planned it to happen and things went well, but things just don't seem to go a good way this year at all. Since the start of this year and even like 2024, I feel like I've been going against a river and it's like a very, very strong river, and I'm just trying to go against the current constantly. And I just keep being pushed back and swept back by the current every few days because everything bad that can happen it starts happening one after the other, and that's the situation currently for me right now. A lot of bad things are going on. I am not going to talk about them in depth because I don't know, I feel like I can't really talk about them without crying and things like that. So, yeah, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about YouTube and overall about the situation. I've also received news recently that could change everything for me, as if the other things were not bad. There's like this new thing that could make it even worse or like even more terrible. That would be the word use. Since the beginning of 2024, I've been fighting a lot to keep this YouTube channel alive, and I've mentioned it a few times that the channel has just not been recommended anymore, that I'm struggling like uploading videos because just, the channel has been dying. That's the reality of it. If not considered a dead channel by a lot of people already, the channel has just been dying. It is on the red. We are losing subscribers rapidly and not really gaining any new people into the community. And this is something that started a few months ago. Not really like since 2024, but since 2024, the channel has slowed down tremendously, to the point where even on my first year of YouTube, we were getting more traction here, and the videos were doing, you know, they were being delivered more. So I have been just trying to figure out what to do to keep this YouTube channel alive because honestly, it is currently the only thing that I have. Um, yeah, it's very rough, but this channel is basically the only thing that I have that still stands. I've lost a lot of things in my life, the past couple of years, and I keep just losing more and more things. I think like the origins of this channel started with very very bad things. I guess I started this channel because my life was very horrible during the pandemic, and I was just like finding a way to stay afloat because it was just so unbearable. I was so incredibly sad throughout the entirety of 2020, and I am still battling with my mental health to this day. But in 2020, I was just like at rock bottom, and this is basically where I am right now. I just went back into it. I thought throughout the years after I started YouTube and stuff, I started kind of like slowly going up, and then I just fell back down again this year completely. I'm just like in the bottom. This has just been one of the worst years that I had to deal with, in all aspects. aspects of life, and I just don't really know how to move forward with anything currently. So, seeing this channel also is slowly dying and kind of like disappearing is very bad for me. And the only thing that I've still had going on is just not there anymore. Maybe for my own fault or things that I can't control. I don't even know. But regardless of the reason, uh, I've just I just have not been having a good time doing anything recently. I love making videos. This is something that I, you know, always wanted to do. I've always wanted to make videos for YouTube and be able to share my journeys with you guys and catch up on video games that I have not played growing up, because I've always had to play games after a long time after release, because I grew up poor and I've just had like video games as hand me downs, and or when it was like on a super crazy sale after the console was not even relevant anymore. So a lot of the games that you guys have experienced growing up, I just had the opportunity to experience because of this YouTube channel. Like the Halo franchise, for example. Like I had the opportunity to experience Animal Crossing New Horizons only this year, which is something that a lot of people were experiencing through the pandemic. I didn't have money to afford a Switch at the time, even though I worked so hard to save money for it. Then, when I finally had the money, things went to shit. We all know what happened. Then I couldn't really use that money for a video game. So I was just like living a very complicated life throughout my entire life, basically, and up until now it is still complicated. It probably is the same in every country right now, or maybe not, but finding a decent job is very difficult. And I've worked some really terrible jobs in the past, and I know that it's going to be very hard to go back to working a terrible job. It was something that I really wanted to avoid to do, because I know how harsh it was to hear people constantly screaming at you and calling you useless and stuff like that. And I don't know if I'll ever be mentally prepared to go back to this type of environment. But yeah, I just don't really have a good thing going on right now. I just don't really like know a way out of this situation, I guess. Life has just not been great, and I just don't know how to believe that it won't be bad. I don't know if that makes sense. I've never really been a positive person whatsoever. I'm always expecting something to go wrong eventually, and when it does, it still hurts, even though I already know that it will. But yeah, Bobby is here. Hello, Bobby. What are you doing? You can't really see him well because of the camera, but oh my god, why is your mouth? Why are you wet? Anyway, I tried to hype myself up with a Christmas tree. I've decorated it. I even got a little mug, a Christmas mug and stuff that arrived today. But it arrived with bad news as well. So, yeah. I honestly don't know what all of these means to this channel yet, and to still making videos and streaming, and still having a presence online in a way. But I will try my best to continue making videos and uploading my journeys for you guys because this is what I like doing. And this is the only thing that I like doing that it still stands right now, even if very flimsy, it still stands. So I still want to share videos with you guys and experience a lot of video games for the first time. And I know that not all, like it's not always that um my videos resonate with other people. But when it does, it's very special. And I remember when I shared like Yakuza 0 here, I was going through a very, very horrible moment. I was just like incredibly sad. But yeah, I guess it's pretty obvious by now that I have really bad depression, right? Like, I think it's pretty obvious from everything that I've talked in other channel updates and like even on like live streams where I've talked about stuff like that. But yeah, it is very bad. It's really, really, really bad. And I think like it has been like this for a long time. A long, long time. I can't even remember exactly when it all started, but yeah, it has just been like this for a long time, and I've have gone through a lot of periods that are as bad as this one. But I guess this one is worse in a lot of different ways because I guess being an adult just sucks, and it has a lot of I don't know, like bad things, responsibilities and stuff. But yeah, since I don't know what that means for the channel, I can't really make a lot of like long-term plans at the moment, but I am playing through smaller games currently. I have an entire playthrough of Hollow Knight to share with you guys. I know that I've shared part 1 of Hollow Knight back in March. But I ended up not continuing the game because I was stuck in a part of the game. But recently, because I was planning on uploading very frequently in December, and I'm glad I didn't talk about it yet officially. But I did mention briefly that I wanted to do an advent calendar for December. I don't think it's happening. I will try to upload as much as I can, but I don't think every single day is going to be plausible. But I will try my best to do it as frequently as I can. But yeah, Hollow Knight, I have the entire playthrough already recorded, and I really loved the game. And I hope that some of you guys will also enjoy the journey alongside me. I've played the game for like 64 hours, and I almost platinum the game, which I do want to go back and platinum it. I feel like it has been a long time since I've had a game that I enjoyed as much, and it made me really sad to let it go after I finished it. But we need to go through other journeys and check my insane backlog of games. I've also recorded through I was gonna say Metal Gear, but it's not Metal Gear. It's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I've recorded through that as well. So that is completed and will also be uploaded in 4 parts. I originally wanted to do it in only one part because it's relatively short game. But then I won't have like videos if I do it like in one part. So I've decided to split it up in 4 parts. I feel like it's plausible and it won't take too long to upload anyway. So there's that one. And I also played through No, I'm Not a Human, which I know I'm late to the party. It is a game that people were playing and hyping up in September and like probably beginning of October. So I probably should have uploaded that back then. But not only I bought it like in November, I also didn't want to share it in November. I wanted to share it alongside the advent calendar plans. So there's two videos for No, I'm Not a Human. One is the full playthrough, another one is a second ending that I tried to get. Really enjoyed that game, so I hope that you guys will enjoy as well. As for the next things that we are going to go through, I will go back to doing Elden Ring Night Ring because there's going to be the DLC in December 4, I believe. 4th of December. And I'm very excited for it. It's one of like my favorite games of the year and I really enjoyed playing through it. I have not played recently because there were so many things to play, but I've really enjoyed it. So I'm going to be sharing like videos here and there. I know that Night Ring is not necessarily the let's play type of game, but I will be sharing some of the DLC parts with you guys because I feel like it is part of my journey regardless with the games because it is a game that I really enjoy and I want to share it. So that's the reason why. And recently I've put up a poll to see what game you guys want to see next between like Call of Duty, Shadow of the Colossus, Life is Strange 2 and BioShock Infinite. And Life is Strange 2 and BioShock Infinite are very close. I think like there are one vote away from being 50-50. And I will decide between those two games to see which one I want to play. Maybe I'll wake up tomorrow and decide that I want to play BioShock or Life is Strange 2, and then that's going to be the one that I'm going to record. And if it is in the case of like Life is Strange 2, it is an episodic game, so in a way, it's a little bit easier to record because I just can like record the entire episode and then upload it. The reason why I would go for Live Strange 2 is I have never played that one before and I have played the first one when it came out way back when. I remember that I've played it on my Windows XP at the time, and the game was just like freezing every 5 minutes. It was just crashing all the time, but I still went through the entire game because I thought that was a normal experience. For a fun fact for you guys, I've had a Windows XP and a tube TV until like 2015 to 2016. I know. And then before I made this YouTube channel, I didn't even had a PC. I was using like I mean, I had a PC, but it was like a very old, horrible Windows 7 PC that like was just falling apart, and I could literally only open the browser to search for things and watch YouTube. Like I could not do anything with it. I was able to use like an old notebook that somebody gave to me to do YouTube for a little while, and then even that was like falling apart. I had to fix it. I had to send it to fix. I was still able to do YouTube for a little while with that until it just like stopped working and I had to buy a PC, which I was able to buy thanks to the channel, and at the time I had Patreon as well. So I was able to get a new PC, and it's the PC that I am still using to this day, by the way. I think I bought it in like 2021 or 2022. Probably 2021. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure about it, but yeah. It took me like 10 months to pay it off because I bought it in installments, and it's a GTX 1050 Ti. I remember at the time there were not a lot of options because there was like a lack of components everywhere, and I had to buy it, and it was it's not a great PC. At the time it still worked a little bit. Some games still work on it, thankfully, but it still works, you know? And that's what's important, and I am very thankful that I was even able to get it in the first place. So yeah, I think like there's a lot of um, good memories and bad memories that come from me being on YouTube. I have been able to do it full time for a short period of time back in like 2022 to like the end of 2023. And after that, things kind of like just went downhill. But those were good times. Those were like peak moments of my YouTube journey. And yeah, now I have to just kind of like rebuild this channel and rebuild my life in general because everything is just falling apart. Everything is just horrible. It's really hard to not think about all the things constantly, because I just feel like I've been working very hard, but nothing really pays off, so it's hard. It's very hard. But anyway, hopefully one day I can sit here and make a channel update that is 100% positive and 100% nice. And I have good news and say, hey, we're gonna play this game and we're gonna complete that game and we're gonna do it in a schedule. And then the schedule is going to be fulfilled and everything is going to be great, and you can see me smiling and jumping around and being the happy person that I was back in 2022 and 2023, where I was like very consistent and streaming constantly and just trying my best. But right now what you're gonna get is the sad old me that is trying her best not to completely crumble because just life has just not been great. This video has been going on for longer than I've wanted, but when I sit down to make videos, I guess I just yap. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my Christmas tree. It's pink. The pink Christmas tree, and I hope that you liked my Santa mug as well. There's coffee in it. And now I will go, and thank you so much for being here. I wish things were better, but they are not. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the videos that are coming out in December. Bye, guys.